Took mine at the same time. Let's go.
Okay.
This is a Mumble Sauce remix.
Now is the time to compete, not consume. Blue and yellow. Hashtag no pushback.
You know where you're at, the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly, I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act, oh you gon' be right back. Well we gon' be right here, we gon' be right here. You know where you're at.
Let me ask you a question. Sure. Do you smoke marijuana?
I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act, oh you gon' be right back. Well we gon' be right here, we gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere.
Knowledge is free, man, if you listen. Now is the time to produce, not consume. Blue and yellow. Hashtag no bushwhacking.
The voted Big G for the mayor. I sent the prayer up to Scotty Beats. The city about to blow, I feel it in the air. Redskins for life, my celeb friends. Raheem Devon, Wale for Lauren. And I'm tapping name, DC is on. Well, let me welcome y'all to DC when any given day.
It's a brand new year. It's 2017. We taking over.
We the ones in the movies. It's so flat to the point that we bougie when we going out of town. Luggage got to be Louis. Girls spend a house, you know, on Chanel and Fendi. They don't care. It's their boyfriend money they spend it. You're at the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly. I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act? Oh, you gon' be right back. But we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. You know where you're at the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly. I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act? Oh, you gon' be right back. But we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC.
Hot city coming up, jump. And when you see me, I am the real. I be laid back, and I laid back. The mere fever time, until the break of dawn. And when we slide in, you know they love that plan. That great goose, and get the ladies moving. And when we in the club, it ain't no mugs. You just sit it down, and get to wear the crown. Yeah.
Lace up your Nike boots, they fighting, they don't like the truth, but try to unify, but they some more mighty driving to it. And I'm flying in the vestibule, tell you I'm the you a fly up in the Western PG resident, my tribe's like the Mexican, flowers out in Hyattville, mine's more live skill, runway grenade, Don shoot with me, my mama sauce is sin, carry out in the beat.
USA Cup, you're taking it slightly. I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act? Oh, you gon' be right back. Well, we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. You know where you're at, the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly. I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act? Oh, you gon' be right back. Well, we gon' be right here. We gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC. Truth is, this here's proof there's room to take it up a few years. Give us a few years. Let us test some ears. We be a brand new best of this. Scoring 100 on your question is. Cause if the question is we the truth, then check the air. Cause if you check to know somebody, better check the air. Or check the water, cause it's something in it. We can't afford.
Two.
What up, man?
What's going on, everybody?
Scrogging with the Scroger. Listen Vision Studios, Listen Vision Live. I got my man Steven, Capital Counter News, DOD,
Hey!
Damned Out Dubs. And tonight is something new for you and for the city.
Something spectacular, man.
Something that we've been talking about here over the last 3 weeks. And myself and Steven talked about this for a long time, and I've been wanting the capability to go live, and I've done the research, and with the help of Steven, I think we've solved the problem, and we're bringing to you live on live tonight.
Hey!
So we live at Listen Vision Studios, Listen Vision Studios at 2622 Georgia Avenue, and we also live on YouTube on DC Scroger YouTube channel, live right now, and we got a Teradek system here tonight, and man, it's Liddy in the city.
Liddy in the city, baby.
Yo, Steven,
Hey.
Oh man, it feels good. I've been wanting to do this for years, really. Dealing with having to rely on someone else to broadcast has had its own unique trials and tribulations. And it's really nice to be able to take command of that ourselves. So this is a very exciting time. You're going to be seeing us going to all sorts of exotic and exciting places outside of here. So get ready, because you're going to be seeing some crazy stuff coming at you real fast.
Lady in the City, live. Full respect.
Lady in the City, man. So, man, it's been a long week as usual. I've been doing a lot. I made up some super soil this week, some more super soil.
Hey!
Some cold super soil, I was called cold, ready for veggie right away. And that's what I did. I transplanted some plants.
Okay.
I went to some events, and yeah, that's what time it is.
Scrogging with the Scroger.
Scrogging with the Scroger. Hey, I want to show my my YouTube channel, what we got here.
Ooh.
So, Steven, if you would flip to the other camera for them, while we're still with you live at Listen Vision, we still is Lady in the City around here.
Right over here.
No doubt.
Too.
So, yeah, we got one camera there.
Ooh.
Yep.
So they watching us from a different angle.
Different angle. We can flip flop anywhere, mobile. It's pretty lit. And it's all control right here on this iPad. It's iPad Pro. Let me switch this back around to you. Show you the keyboards of what our engineer is usually looking at, and usually you guys don't see him. You guys don't see him. This is a Teradek system, right? Go ahead, flip that around to him. So we don't see him usually.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we flip that to y'all. This is a site that you normally don't see. We'll be able to bring that to you live in color.
High definition, baby.
That's what we're talking about. The technology that's available today, you should be using it.
Oh, I don't think anybody, not many people can afford a Teradek system and all the stuff that goes with it.
Damn, is that expensive?
Oh man, the Teradek that's sitting on top, that's $1,000 right there.
God!
It's like,
Daddy!
being done
We
by
didn't
all
even
this
we
stuff.
I didn't even look up the link.
Yeah.
The link give me ability to go 1,000 feet radius any direction on my own network. I ain't got to worry about the network, your Wi-Fi, and then the node allows me to broadcast my speeds double the speed. So that's how we're able to give you 1080p full bit rate coming in and streaming live. So yeah, we're just on Listen Vision, and we're just on YouTube now. We'll have the ability to go to all 5 at one time. That means Ustream, live stream, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. We're gonna get lit.
Even Instagram too?
It ain't got Instagram on yet. And speaking of the gram, hey, I'm about to check in with my people on the gram right now. So if you would, share that video out. You watching it on Facebook or on YouTube, share that video out to your folks. This is Scroger with Scroger.
Yeah.
It is super lit in here today, and we got a lot going on. We got multiple cameras, multiple angles, and we're gonna bring one more angle in right here for those that are on the gram and that follow me on the gram. We're gonna bring them in too, so they can enjoy the festivities.
You got another angle too.
Here we go. We got Facebook Live.
I'm on my live on IG.
Man, here we go.
Yeah.
That's what we doing, man. So without further ado, man, we got some recaps for the week, right?
Yeah, what'd you go do this week?
Oh man, you know I'm always everywhere. # no, I don't have a ticket, and I don't have a ticket to know where I go. I just go. So here we go right now. We're gonna go to Women's Grow. Check this out. I went to Women's Grow last week, and man, Dr. Shauna is now the leader and the director of Women's Grow DC.
Hey!
And she held her first event at Howard, and it was a diversity event during the Congressional Black Caucus. So who we had there was Marcus Washington, we had Sterling Crockett, we had Dr. Kelly, we had our own owner of National Holistics, Dr. Shonda, and we also had, of course, myself. But what was talked about was diversity, African Americans in cannabis, the disparity of which that has been brought, and how that disparity gap is being closed. And I want to announce here, and I announced last week, but I'm going to announce again this week right now. Check this. I'll tell you how it is. In Pennsylvania, which has been the most, the toughest state thus far to get a license, cultivation and processing license, I want to salute, I'm going to say D, and I'm definitely going to shout out Sterling Crockett and his team. 2 African American companies were given licenses, and I want to tell you this: the #1 overall applicant was Sterling Crockett over all the licenses. So when the testing was done and they were looking at all the scores, they scored #1 over all applicants in Pennsylvania. So blueprint set. That's how we move forward. Here's a little bit of the Women's Bro. I just wanted to tell you that announcement because that's not on the video. However, Sterling Crockett is sitting in the video. Here's that.
Scroger.
We're also looking for, we've come lower, and we're looking for those mentors. We're looking for those relationships. And I know you talked about your business, but you're also part of an organization, and you also mentor. And I'd like to pose to you and Shonda, can you talk about the importance of building relationships? Because Sterling just touched on that. So I figured it's a great segue because I know what you do and I know what you, Shonda, do. So if we can talk about the importance of relationships and how, at times, yes, it does get lonely. Not only within the space, but also outside of it. So if you can just touch on that.
Yeah, sure. Man, the power of relationships in this space is everything. And I'll speak from the doctor hat here. And I'll start with my challenge, which you'll see I'll get back around to answering your question. So as a medical student, as a resident in family medicine, I felt absolutely complicit in the propagating disease in our community. I trained in Charlotte, North Carolina. 98% of my patient base was Black. And we were prescribing pill after pill after pill after pill after procedure after pill after procedure, and not making a difference in the lives of these patients. And so I didn't take a job in the conventional system. I left. My sister, we graduated at the same time, went to residency together. Neither one of us applied for jobs in the conventional space. We immediately started working with our parents in cannabis medicine. And that was lonely, right? We're bucking the conventional medical system. We do not have medical governance that dictates how we should practice cannabis medicine. We are literally writing the book as we go. And that's a challenge too, because in conventional medicine, despite all the literature and the evidence and the research and the clinical data, and you guys, there's way more clinical data and research on cannabis than any of the prescription drugs that you guys take, the over-the-counter drugs. We prescribe drugs off-label, meaning that the FDA didn't even approve those drugs for the way we're using them. There are 0 studies on those drugs in the use of that particular condition, yet we use it anyways. So we have enough literature. But combating the conventional medical space with the hats that we wear is a challenge, right? And my sister and I are young. People ask us all the time, aren't you afraid you might lose your license? We're not, because we think we're doing something meaningful and powerful for our people. So anyways, we're lonely in that regard. We're also lonely in the industry. There are not a lot of medical professionals who know a thing about cannabis medicine. When you go to conventions and cultivators and processors and patients know more than you do, medical professional, that's embarrassing. All right? So we made it our purpose to learn everything we could about cannabis medicine. Whatever the top researchers and scientists and clinicians in this world know, we want to make sure that we know it. And in knowing and learning that, we have shown up at conferences and conventions and meetings, town hall, things like that, to meet different people in the sector because we wanted to be respected and we wanted to be part of the conversation. And so in that process, we became very expert, but still patients are like, my doctor doesn't know a thing about cannabis, what do you know? And cultivators and processors, et cetera, think that they know more than we do, and that's not the case anymore. But we need each other, right? So I say that to say that we need to start having conversations with one another. And I spoke at NCIA's conference on the subject of healthcare professionals and the traditional players in the cannabis industry working together to elevate the industry together. Patients come into my clinics, and I'm based out of Oregon right now, so we have adult use, right? So people do not need a medical card to go to a dispensary, but they still come to me first, and they're asking me all the ways in which they can use their cannabis to treat their condition. They're not interested in a card, I just want to run it by you first, doc. And what do you recommend? So they're asking me to make brand recommendations to them. So what does that do in an industry where all these other players are making products they want people to buy? We need to start having conversations about what people can use, how they can use it, the ease of use, how do you package for children, how do you package for adults? What are all the ways in which we need to think about our products from seed to sale, and marketing in between, and packaging, et cetera. How does that make sense as one big industry? Well, we're only going to make sense of that if we want to understand that cannabis is medicine, it's a wellness product, and then make our products with that understanding, right? I can't just say, oh, go out there and look for CBD, and the patient goes to the dispensary, he's like, I'm just looking for CBD, and the bartender says, well, I'll throw some CBD at you, and hope that treats whatever condition that you're dealing with. And so we have to know each other, and we have to keep each other in conversation, because this industry is only going to make sense if we're all in communication.
Thank you. And so my takeaway, because there aren't many,
Hey yo, man, we back live, back at it. That was Dr. Kelly out of Oregon, one of the lovely people on the panel giving that knowledge. And that's what I seek. So it was super lit. That was at the Women's Grow event last Wednesday, and I thought I'd bring that to y'all. Man, also what I thought I'd bring to you, man, the planets, yo.
Hey.
What y'all know about
I was 9 years old when that song came. That was.
Check this out, man. I wasn't 9 years old.
I'm a baby.
I got to enjoy it. I know Steven's the baby.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. My bad. My bad.
But no, Stephen, Maryland, University of Maryland, journalism graduate. This year, 2017, getting it in. I was there. I enjoyed, and we put that degree to use. We are definitely doing that.
Oh man, my teachers don't even know about like this new pterodactyl. You're using a complicated old one.
They ain't even got that. University of Maryland, y'all need to step y'all game up.
Damn.
Y'all ain't even got pterodactyl system. Check it out.
Hey.
Dope system.
They do. They just have the bolt, not the BDO.
Oh, they got the bulk. Yeah. Oh, they got the real one then. They got the big boy, Joe. But that's bulky.
That's too much.
Well, if
It
you're
works.
trying to like you
Yeah,
know
broadcast.
broadcast quality video to
then it's worth it.
television, yeah, oh yeah,
No doubt.
It's worth
probably.
it.
Oh, you could do that with this. But yeah, we got another video of we said diggable plants.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Diggable
I
plants. What you got? You got digital?
I totally misunderstood.
You got
Yeah, we were lost in translation.
No, I actually sent it correctly.
Digital
However,
planets.
Steven, it's all right. We can fix that later. Here is diggable planets, which is digital planets for you. Hey,
I swear to God, I
Scroger.
got this.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. 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 Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Set the jam. Yeah. That's right. Go like this. Come on. Weak like the breeze flow straight out of my lids. Them they got moved by these hard rock Brooklyn kids. I was floor rush when the DJ doing classic. You dig the crook with the baddest hip hop record. He touch the kicks and he sink into the sound. She creepers deep, better talk on underground. I would bump zooms like to hit that Mary Jane. They block the bones, man, but we had to change. Boom, beats the clips with mad and percussion. Where kinky hair goes to unthought of dimension. Why is it so fly? Cause hip hop kept some drama. Since butterfly rock the light was way Pumas. What's by the cut, we pushing off the corner. How was the buzz the entire hip hop era? Was fresh and back since they started saying I'm outie. Cause funk's made back from right beneath my hoodie. The pooper of them styles like mounds and shit. Like 60s funky words, nigga waves and permanent. Yeah, I send my junkie rhythm right down your block. We beat you rap, but keep me too locked. But I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. Cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. It's cool like that, yeah? Cool like that. She's cool though.
We feed a chocolate sack to my rap. She in the race after sweeter cat nap. He at the front club with the vibrate. Then baby crazy town with the vibe link. It can't compare to a crowd verse. Me, I be digging in with the run first. A sweet nigga do dog, tonight. Yes, a cutie smile, so I say hi. Don't niggas show you when you get the plan. Then hold that be there, put it to a 10. Well, I just flip that, water that loose. Out to the soup, or the bitches like juice. It's the shit we lift it off the plastic. We make the room faster. The box is a classic. Can't finish up. It don't matter, I'm better. Yo, how I zone?
Cleopatra
I'm
Jones.
chill like that. Chill like that. I'm 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 chill. Blank, 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 blank.
Yeah. Yo, DC, what's good with y'all, man? Yeah. It's good to see
You
y'all.
got to think for yourself.
Get your breathe, cause the crispy fat boys. Lift the jeans and come to the old. She switched the beats and asked me cause she pumping. Me, I got crew, 7 in the
Please,
back.
God.
Cause I'm buzz with the nickel bags with that. If that's my man with a masterwood. They catch your biz, Mr. Doodle Big. He rocks the T from the Brooklyn Outfits. The reverse a flip like my gangster stroke. Lyrics like Luke coming stacks of rolls. Used to find the bug in the hot top fave, and now we boogie up the stage. Class twist of braids, and I piece like that. 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 We piece like that. Check it out, man. We groove like that. We move like that. We live like that. We roll like that.
Yeah, I'm big like that. I'm fat like that. I'm down like that. And I'm black like that.
We in like that. We sweet like that. We be sing like that all day. You know what I'm saying? We dance like that. You know what I'm saying? We like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. We out. Peace. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The party's not over. We're gonna take this party over to Chaplin. So come party with us tonight. If you're having a good time, put your hands in the air like this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, hey. When I say swingable, y'all say plan and swingable. Swingable. When I say swingable, y'all say plan and swingable. Swingable. When I say swingable, y'all say plan and swingable. Swingable. I know y'all talking about DC, we love y'all. In the house, swingable planet, butterfly, ladybug, Mr. Doodlebug, the culprit. Peace.
Yes. One more time, y'all give it up for the culprits, man. Fly Guy died. Thaddeus, Darius, Gerald, and Superman Conrad, y'all. Hey, yo, DC. If y'all still ready to party and keep this shit partying and keep it going, man. Right down the street after this, we're gonna be hosting a little after party. We can mingle, get some drinks, you know what I'm saying? Meet each other, take pictures, all that shit. Over at Chaplin's Bar, you know what I'm saying, on 9th Street. So come follow us over there, it's free. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all, DC. My name is Cito the Doodlebug. That's my brother, Mr. Butterfly. My sister, Miss Ladybug. Give it up for the band. And give it up for my main man, DJ Paul Howard, on the ones and twos. We love y'all, DC. Peace. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Brought back old memories, man. I was 9 years old when that song came out, man. 9? I was 9 years old, man. Yeah, man. Man, I was in Panama when that came out. In Panama, smoking Panama Red, Panama Gold, fire. Back then. So I had a good time at Howard. I always have a good time at Howard, man. Always. Y'all should too. Y'all should get hip quick and be up in there, man. Shit. Speaking of Howard, Soca Inferno. Hey! Y'all missing out on Howard, right? Epic League, Soca Inferno. Shout out to Epic's team that brings Reggae Fest, Soca vs. Reggae, and Soca Inferno. Super lit, as always. You been to one?
Nah, I ain't even gonna lie.
I took you to one.
Oh, actually,
I did take you to one.
I
did take you.
I need to.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man, I got so smacked at that. So
I need to go. I need to go.
I love this out. The next one, Howard Homecoming Weekend, yo. Y'all should get hip, man. Real quick, man. Reggae vs. Soca, Howard Homecoming.
That's gonna be lit.
Oh man, it's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, so it's always lit. And as I bring it to you, man, shout out to Howard. Shout out to Howard There's team. Shout out to them for showing me so much love in the city in such a historical place. And here's that video, man. We'll be back after this.
Because there aren't.
This is Soca Inferno. I need you
need to go, man.
Inferno.
I need to
Y'all
go,
been missing
man.
out, man. You have been missing. I keep telling you, get here quick. I don't have time to explain. This isn't the slow lane. It's the fast lane. And hey, yo, I'm telling you, follow Reggae Fest on Instagram now. Okay, Reggae Fest. They go to New York, DC, Miami. Soca Inferno, DC, New York, Miami. Soca vs. Reggae, DC, New York, Miami. It's super lit every time I go. And the next time we'll be live there. How's that? Multiple angles, like we're doing right now. And if you just following us now, let me explain what's going on today. A little different show. We are going live on live. We have a Teradeck system here where we have multiple cameras on YouTube Live, my YouTube channel. So follow me, DC Scroger on YouTube. And we are at Listen Vision Studios, listenvisionlive.com, WLBS Radio. So we live on live, broadcasting, world to see, worldwide, live streaming.
Scrogging with the Scrogging.
We got multiple angles. So
I was actually thinking something we could take advantage of this camera, the camera over there, is maybe we could have some of our studio audience go up to it and tell us a bit about them. And you know, you guys like have any involvements in cannabis or anything, any questions you'd like to ask us?
No problem going on. Go ahead and walk up to the camera, tell them who you are and what's going on.
Why you recording?
And we'll shoot the camera over there. So we got another angle camera at you. There we go.
You got it.
Because we are.
I am a real person.
How you get so real?
I'm a real person, right? I didn't just become this way. I've been willing to help people out my whole life, and I really believe, and my family believes, in helping others first. So the gift that I have, and I know people are starving for the knowledge that I have in my head, and then I go out and seek. I just hope that at this time now, my hope is that everybody actually goes out and seeks the knowledge and realizes that we're at the ground level. We are not. There is no like somebody has an extreme advantage over you right now. It's like even Steven out here with this camera, and those that are seeking the knowledge are the ones that are making those leaps and bounds. And you shouldn't stay stagnant. So I always say that for what I seek, my hope is that you seek it too. So that's why I speak to you the way that I do. I don't have time to sugarcoat and shuck and jive, and nobody has time right now. But we're looking at a window that is about to collapse. Because when legalization happens and these banks get good, and the regulation, the tax and insurance gets worked out, listen, the aspirations for you in Canada are going to be short and slim because the money is now in. The 1% has a Canada idea, and they have the money behind it now that they can invest legally behind. So that for you, seek the knowledge, whatever it is, everything will be translated into hemp or Canada right now. If you have a business, something in your business can be translated to hemp and Canada. If it's a business, if it's just your paper waste plastics that are made out of hemp, trash plastics that are made out of hemp.
Right. Well,
it can be that simple.
Right. I was thinking to get back to the heart of your question. It's just something about cannabis, I guess, that sort of helps softens the ego and makes us all more caring people. I think that the plant in of itself is something that promotes unity and generosity.
Doesn't see a color. Well, cannabis sees no color, it's real. It's just, it has a disparity when you're talking about economics, when you're talking about industry. But when you talk about the plant itself, the enjoyment of the plant, everybody in all nationalities enjoys this plant.
Right.
And in different ways they consume too.
Right.
Like,
right. To answer your question too, because I'm a medical patient, but before then I was using cannabis as a recreational source until my injury with my lower back. It requires me to talk to other people who are also using opiates as well, that they found out the information that cannabis helps with the opiate dependency, such as myself, which I haven't done in over 4 years. So it's for me, it's good, you know what I'm saying, to be able to pass that information along to other people who do not know about cannabis and they still in the madness mindset. I just want to understand it. That's been played for almost a century.
yeah. Well, almost every day I tell you, go tell somebody about the plant. Go tell somebody, you watch my lives, you watch my feed, you watch my, you follow me. Tell me every day, go tell somebody about the plant that doesn't know that you enjoy or partake or medicate with the plant. Tell them what it's doing for you. Tell them what this is what's doing for you. Do not engage them, do not challenge them. Just tell them information. And with that information, break this liquid.
Wow, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for answering my question.
No
I'm
problem.
taking my answer off the air.
Does anybody else have a question for Scrogging?
Yeah, come on, stop, come on, stop, man. Stop. We ain't gonna fight.
I'm Bob.
Hi, Bob. How you doing?
Okay, and this has just been, this is one of the best parties I've been to in a long time. And, I was always on about Nancy Reagan and just say no, because her whole thing was to get people separated so they didn't sit and listen to entire album sides together. So, well, I've got a face made for radio, so that's like, you know, part of the deal. And I wear the hat because you don't want to see the head. It's God has told me to wear the hat. He doesn't want to. Yeah. So,
but continue.
It's just been my experience that it's a socializing element. Like you guys were saying, you become more caring people. You can solve the problems of the world with a good hang. And that's really the difference today. I mean, like we're up against a thing where these people don't know how to hang. They're just into like chopping stuff up and redeveloping it and, you know, slapping a doofus name on front of stuff.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, Bob.
I
like that, Bob. You're talking about slapping names on pills, when medicine is...
everything, yeah. And
you see, the beginning of time is herbal-based. It's just been the last, what, 180 years that we're talking about medicine that be chemical-based and that the body injects. So yeah, that is exactly what we're talking about, Bob. Slapping them labels on whatever, not doing any testing, you know.
Yeah. Well, and you see the commercials, and the commercials, the information about the thing is, and here's what it'll do for you is 15 seconds, and the other 45 seconds. It may cause you to lose limbs. Your fingernails might fall out in really disgusting ways. You know, you might develop cancer in one of your ears.
You're going to die.
Yeah, this shit is likely to mess you up.
No doubt.
Yeah, are you depressed? Maybe it will, but you might end up jumping off a bridge.
Oh, real quick too. They real quick. Oh, they make a commercial look so, you know. It's
around with a butterfly net.
Right. Dancing around. Oh, my life is gonna be such a great.
And beautiful. I just gotta go totally off topic because it's like these times of ours are making me behave in a certain way a lot of times that I'm not proud of. But it's like there's this commercial on with this little girl and her parents and the dog. And the dog comes over to meet the little girl and the little girl freaks out. So the dog like retreats to the side of the room and he like hangs her. I mean, this is his house. And this little humanoid has just come in and hijacked his shit. So, so Dad orders him a lion's mane because she's okay with a stuffed lion. So they put this thing on the dog and he walks up and the little kid reaches out and that's the end of the commercial. I see another 15 seconds where the dog grabs the little thing by the arm and just shakes the shit out of her for being such a little princess. Sorry, that's horrible.
Well, you don't watch TV, man.
Not watch TV. No TV. No TV.
Information should be seeked. You should read it. You should read it by multiple sources. And YouTube is not always the best. It can give you information, but you should also seek for your own edification so you know. Also, do not regurgitate people's opinions.
Oh.
Do not regurgitate one's opinions if you have in fact found yourself. Because the minute you do and somebody challenges that opinion, you can't stand on it. And you discredit the person in which you thought you gave the opinion of, or thought you gave the credit to the opinion. Don't do that. Do not take anyone's opinion, my opinion, and go ramble it on somewhere else and not fact find it yourself and be able to challenge it.
It should only be the experience that you got. But what I'm always saying to people is you think it's bizarre on the side you're on, but you should be in here. You know, it's like.
Well,
it's good to have the meditation.
You said you grew up Nancy Reagan, just say no, your brain is on, yo, man, that was just propaganda.
Propaganda, man.
Look, when she was just saying no, could she really just say no? Let's ask that question. I'm not knocking Nancy Reagan, rest her soul. I'm just saying, if you go back and look at those videos, look at them. Yeah. Look at her. Look at her. Just go back. When she's sitting there saying it to you, could she honestly say that she was saying no to them pills?
Nice.
Right. Yeah. All right.
Big pharma, man. Big pharma.
So that's something that I asked about that generation then, was the Just Say No campaign. When the person that's just saying no was popping pills. Because the doctors told her to. Right, and it's okay.
And I wonder if
it's okay to have a whole medicine cabinet full of pills. But you can't have a plant that can heal a multitude of ailments.
So then who was Nancy Reagan's Colonel Parker?
Nancy Reagan's Colonel Parker. Who's the drug czar at the time?
Oh, no way.
Let's put that mandatory minimum. Let's put up all of those. You want to talk about the drug war of predicated on African American people? Because that's where it's at. That's why for myself I'm so like adamant on like education. Yeah. Because education is the only way in which one has an even playing field. And if you educate yourself, especially on this plant that you love and enjoy so much, rather than just enjoy it for yourself and say, oh, I like this, find out why you like it. Or better yet, chemically, what happens to your body and your CB2 and CB1 receptors when you intake it. And you know which terpenes and which cannabinoids your body needs for your ailments. How about we break it down to that science when we're partaking and want to enjoy, because that's where we're at with the people that are actually studying and are actually giving the information. They'll talk about it all day long and have no problem answering any questions of yours about what they've studied. And if we're at the ground level, well, let's get all the information right now so we can go ahead and share it out, and or use it for ourselves and create a business in Canada legitimately. That's what I'll say. But that Nancy Reagan just say no, that reefer madness stigma that has been perpetuated for so long to say no, 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 and all the while it's been yes, 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 and your generation, sir, has been pumped pills to say yes, 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 and now they're awakening and saying, I don't need all these pills in my cabinet. I can actually smoke this, ingest this, vape this, and I'm not a zombie.
I'm functioning.
And that's where we're at with education, and this education of your generation also. That is very key, because your generation is the voting source of this country. Let's say that for facts. Every vote, they go out and vote, regardless of who's going out, I'm going to go vote. My grandma, my aunties, my pops, everybody goes out and votes because they understand the importance. My generation, younger generation, we need to sense that urgency that your generation had. And remember those times on why you went to go vote.
Exactly.
And all the people that have lost their lives and have suffered, and give you the right to me to enjoy this plant right now and talk to you freely. So, yeah, we need to get back to that too. Educating, though, is the key. And educating on facts, not bullshit propaganda that has been put forth. And then understanding that the propaganda in which that was put forth to you was a lie.
Yeah.
So once you realize that it's a lie, all that shit is erased.
Yeah.
All everything in your mind you thought before should be erased. Like, let's just wipe it clean like we wiping computers on your view on the plant.
And move forward.
And then move forward and educate yourself. So you know.
Or maybe reactualizing your brain cells, resetting the system, take the dumb stuff apart and put the good stuff back together.
Give yourself some CBD to wipe your palate clean.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So, yeah. I appreciate you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
We appreciate you.
You guys are like spinning my head in ways, you know, I very much appreciate the experience. It's just, yeah.
We appreciate you, man.
Thank
we
you,
really
man.
do, man. See, we live, Listen Vision Studios. We live on YouTube right now. It's Liddy in the City.
Liddy in the City, baby.
Man, I got one more video for him, right?
Hey!
No,
we played all the videos.
We played all the videos.
Yeah.
Do you have any events coming up?
Oh, man, events coming up. Let's see.
What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on this weekend? I know I had an event today. I went to a video shoot. Shout out Prestige. Who is Prestige?
Hey.
Homie, What a Week. He shot his video for What a Summer right here around this area. Shout out to him. Yo, it was lit. And he got the pleasure of meeting Miss Ali, Ben Ali's wife, Ben's Chili Bowl owner, and dope. Dope. Really dope. Man, I do have some things that's coming up though, man. Myself, this Terradeck system. We gonna be like going to events and setting up at events and bringing you live at events of the choosing in the future. So it won't be just here on a Friday. I might feel like pulling out the Terradeck on a Monday or a Sunday.
Or Tuesday.
Yeah. What day is Tuesday?
Hey.
No excuse. No excuse Tuesday. Wednesday. Stop your whining Wednesday.
Yeah.
Let's go out Thursday. Today is Find Your Fire Friday.
Fridays.
That means find your fire. Find the fire that's going to ignite your passion in you, man. It's going to give you that flame. Do not extinguish the flame of others or siphon the gas from theirs. Okay? That's what find your fire means.
Wow.
It doesn't mean find this. It means find this. Find your fire. That's Find Your Fire Friday. Tomorrow, Saturday, man. Super Sesh Saturday. Sunday Fun Day. That's the week. But we're going to be able to bring it to you in a different platform. And we're going to get the kinks out of this Terradeck system. We're going to build it the way it needs to be built. And Steven here is he's super pumped about this, man.
We all are.
Yeah.
I mean, we are going to be taking you guys to some interesting places. So now you don't even have to get these little snapshots of what we're doing. You'll be right there with us.
Right.
And, you know, we'll really be embracing the future.
Scroger goes west.
Technology. It's going to be an adventure.
Scroger goes west, man. That's coming up, man. I can tell you that. Coming up is Scroger goes west. I'm driving all the way west, stopping in all the homie spots along the way, going live everywhere. That's Pennsylvania, it's Ohio, Illinois, it's gonna be Chicago, going up to Michigan, Colorado, to the boys in the hemp fields, then driving to Canada, then we coming down Washington State, Oregon, then we'll be ending at Emerald Cup. Then I'll be driving down south to the Bay. Then I'll be going to LA. Then we'll be going to Nevada because Vegas is legit.
Hey.
Then we'll be going to Arizona. Then we're going to make our way back through the no-go zone. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go live all the way though. You feel me? Like everywhere.
Yeah.
Live on location. Brought to you by drone and all. Yeah. That's what we're investing in, man. We are investing in ourselves here, and we are investing in the future, bringing you Canada, its education, the legislation, and the people, the culture here in DC and throughout the nation. All my friends that are throughout this country, and we'll be going overseas.
Hey.
Yeah. It's time to go out to the Spanish Cup in Barcelona and go back to Europe and go see my people's home in the UK. That trip needs to be coming up pretty soon too. So everybody in the UK that's watching, I'm coming home. We're going to get it in. Really going to get it in. London, Oxford, Glasgow, Paris. That's right. Nice, Barcelona. We're going to get it in. Amsterdam. No doubt. No doubt, man. So shout out to everybody. We're going to bring this here worldwide, live. Scrogging with the Scrogger, man. Listen Vision Studios, Listen Vision Live. Shout out to my studio guests. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to my co-host, man. DOD. As always, Steven, Capital Cannon News, man. He going to be bringing you something like ridiculous. We're going to be doing crazy stuff. Like, really. This Terradex system. What you saw today wasn't even the whole giddy up. It's not even all. We didn't link up everything. But as we close out here, yo, at Listen Vision, yo, man, y'all take it easy, man. Y'all stay tuned. Hey, Scrogging with the Scrogger. Hey. Out with my intro. That'll work. We're going to keep this one here live for you because we're going to show you what's capable here live. So, Scrogging with the Scrogger, man. We out, man. Listen Vision Studios. Follow us. Dabbed Out Dubs. Capital Cannon News. Yep.
Transition to the iPad.
Yep. That'll work, y'all. Deuces to you.
Pieces.
Listen Vision Studios. We out. Boom. Hit the outro of that. The outro, the intro, my intro.
Intro, outro?
Yep. Boom. Show y'all what's capable. We can actually walk up out of here from the live. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you, y'all. Hello, Queen. I know y'all got a little late.
I know.
We gonna walk up out of here. I'll be right back. What's capable is
Now
we
you
alive.
see, man, if you listen.
Right?
Now is
We
the
live
time
on
to
that?
produce, not consume. Blue and yellow. Hashtag no bushwhackers.
We gonna go outside and see if anybody wants to smoke a doobie out here on that Scroger.
Thank you.
Great show.
Luke's great, man.
Actually, the A sound actually started to like it more and more. I was surprised.
That's what I'm telling you.
You actually started to like it. It's the A man. It's the A man. Because the
Hey. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
They call me the Black Fonz, you know
The
what
Black
I'm saying?
Fonz.
Of my generation, you know.
It's times.
But I just don't want to say put the finger up at times. I just say, hey.
Awesome.
Alright, so we out. Deuces.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Appreciate y'all, man.
Alright, well give me the mini.
Oh, I got it.
I got it.
Give me the mini. I got the mini now. Come on. Give me the mini.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Give me the mini.
I'll be in touch.
If you have any questions, email me.
This guy.
I'm here.
I'll be right behind you, man.
We out. Scrogging with the Scroger, man. We out. Deuces to you.
So, call me again.
That's it, right?
No, we're still rolling.
You have 314.
Sure you don't want to just take the day outside?